Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. We are the hottest. You're listening to MVP Speaks Radio.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Tune in every Thursday from 5 to 5:55 p.m. on Hot 702.5 FM for MVP Speaks Radio. Hey, everybody. Welcome to MVP Speaks Radio. It's your girl, MVP, live in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. Woo, child. If you can see me on the screen, I am extremely sweaty. I feel like I got something in my teeth. But anyways, I think I do. That's crazy. Welcome on in. I am so happy to be here. I am happy that you guys are here. And it's going to be a great show. So, real quick before I bring my amazing guests on, I want to do my shout out to my partners in rhyme. There is really something in my teeth. That is going to drive me crazy. I cannot do this for a whole hour like that. Give a shout out to my partners in rhyme. We got a new addition to the list today. We got the homie Dre Munchies. So make sure you go follow Dre Munchies on Instagram. He's a chef. He said he can cook whatever you like. He don't have no discriminations. Dre's Munchies. He make the munchies. He makes salads, cakes, pizzas, tacos, whatever you want. You can go follow him and go check him out. Also, give a shout out to Ivory Power Zone. If you're into yoga, fitness, real estate, comedy, Ivory Power Zone, you can go follow her on Instagram as well. And I will just do her event right quick. She has an event every first Saturday at the Healing Arts Boutique called Tacos and Hoes. So if you like tacos and you like hoes and you like comedy and you like, my guests are like, what? And you like comedy, go follow Ivory Power Zone. The event is super dope. Every week, every month she brings together a group of very talented individuals, comedians, rappers, poets. This month, she's going to have a special thing, Bingo. So if you like bingo, it's like bingo, but bingo. I'm going to be the host of the bingo game. So make sure you go follow Ivory Power Zone so you can get your tickets to that. Also, give a shout out to Psychedelic Chola. If you need some curated artwork, paintings, she is the one. She can design, create, paint anything for you. She's also a fabulous singer and rapper, spiritualist, super dope sister. And also give a shout out to Down to Earth Plant-Based Cuisine in Town Square. If you're into plant-based eating, you will definitely enjoy the food that they prepare there. My guests today are actually plant-based guests, so that's super exciting. But shout out to Terrell Parker and his brother. It's a black-owned business in Town Square. Super delicious food. Make sure you pull up and support them. And, maybe you're like, oh, I'm not a vegan. You don't have to be a vegan to eat vegan. You could just eat it. It's going to be good. And it's going to be good for you. So shout out to them. Also, let's give a shout out to, we're going to do our pull-ups and don't pull out. What events do you need to go to? I really got something in my teeth. This is really disturbing me. Anyways, pull up and don't pull out. This Friday to stuff your turkey, there is a poetry competition. They are giving away at the end of I think it's 4 weeks. They did a week already, 2 weeks. This is week 3. At the end of the 4 weeks, The winner of the whole competition is winning a cruise for 2 to somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but you just got to pay the taxes. You know, ain't nothing free, really free. But poetry competition, they're giving away prizes every week leading up to a big prize at the end. 4 winners every week will go to the final competition. So if you're a poet, it doesn't matter if you got your stuff memorized, if you read it out of a book, this is your time to shine. Stuff your turkey, 8:30 p.m. this Friday. Also coming up this weekend, this Saturday, you guys, at the Healing Arts Boutique is myself and Psychedelic Chola's premiere of our group, Obini D-Day. We are releasing our first single and our first video for our upcoming album. So it's from 5 to 7:30 at the Healing Arts Boutique. It's going to be a super, super nice time. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. I just went and bought the liquor from the liquor store. Shout out to XO Liquor down the block. It's a great liquor store. I don't even drink, but I know y'all like to drink. So we're going to have some cocktails for you. We're going to have some hors d'oeuvres. We're going to have some trivia based upon the interviews that you can see on either of our Instagram pages. So if you want to win, you know I'm always giving away stuff. Who don't like to win? I know I'm a winner, and I like making other people winners. Also, pull up and don't pull out every Tuesday to Kev Love's Music Hall and Events, 3050 West Cheyenne, for the Northside Poetry. Now, this is not only for poets. You can bring any gift that you have. You can sing, rap, dance, do comedy, whatever you want to do there, we welcome you. It's a $10 entry or 2 drink minimum. It's up to you how you want to pay. There's food there. The Falcon has been preparing us some delicious food for all types of food eaters. If you're just a vegan or vegetarian, he's going to have something in there that you will like. So those are the August 9th, Spit Your Truth at the Classic Jewel, another poetry competition held by Rel the Truth and the Truth Spot LV. Go follow the Truth Spot LV on Instagram. Stay updated on their events. You can win cash prize. That's a cash prize for the best artist of the night. August 9th at the Spit Your Truth event. Okay? I feel like I rushed through all that. I'm just trying to get to my guests. So, I still got something in my teeth. That's so annoying. Anyways, so you guys, all right. I gotta pull up the information before I pull my guests on, because I want to make sure. Now, they sent me a very extensive bio. You guys know I like to read the bios and stuff, but it's really, really long. So I'm just going to read part of it. And that way, when we talk to them, we can get a more personalized thing about them. Okay, so coming up shortly, spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Nasaria, did I say it right? Nasira Aguila, Mama Nasira, is a native San Franciscan, graduated from the City College of San Francisco with an Associate Arts from the Library Technician Department. She has a BA from the New College of California. Nasira is a mother of 3 healthy sons, married over 40 years, noted vegan chef, health advocate, and entrepreneur with over 40 years cooking and catering experience. She was probably cooking before most of y'all was even born. She has been on a plant-based lifestyle for over 40 years and vegan for over 20 years. Many consider her the best vegan chef in the world. No offense to the plant-based cuisine I just mentioned. Dr. Gregory Joe Bledsoe, a.k.a. Dr. Joe, is a Hastings Law School graduate, former teacher and educator for 30 years, Steps for Peace Award recipient, writer and performer of music, providing positive, inspirational, and self-empowering messages. A health advocate and married over 30 years. Dr. Joe is the founder and director of the Oakland Street Peace Festival. He has been vegetarian for over 20 years and vegan for over 30 years. So let's welcome our guests into the studio. Let's bring them on. Add them to the stage. Let's get a mic check. Say hello to the world. The world is listening.
Hello, world.
Hi, world.
Hello,
Hey.
world. Hey.
Welcome to the MVP Speaks radio show. I want to give a shout out to the Multicultural Bookstore and give a shout out to Miss Carol because she's the one that helped hook all this up. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But right before you guys, I gave you this little yellow bag. Do you see it?
Yes.
So this little yellow bag is a gift for you. First of all, you get to keep it in all its contents. You should each have your own.
Where's yours?
I think it's under your notebook. There you go.
Yes.
And so this is my product, Be Inspired Inspirational Message. Oh, we got a comment on Facebook from Twin Spirit. Hey, Mama and Papa Joe.
Sounds familiar.
And so what I created this product just to add light and bring light into the world. And it's very popular. I'm very well known for them. But I like to start my show out with them. And we'll just take turns reading our message and talking about it. Okay?
Okay.
So, who wants to go first? Okay, Mama.
Praise yourself. You are doing it. Yes. What do I need to tell people? I am living life in its most abundant way.
Oh, yes. I love that. I am living life in the most abundant. That's a whole affirmation right there. Might have to steal that one. Write it down.
All right.
Okay, I got practice doesn't make perfect. I am a perfect confection. I am a perfect confection. And I feel like I wrote that because I know we're always, as humans, we seem to be striving like for perfection. But I believe perfection is in our existence. And so it don't matter what you do. It can always be better. It can always be more. So if you're perfect as you are, I feel like that's a blessing.
Okay, mine is my vibration is Superfly.
Heck yeah.
And I feel that way. I feel that being a melanated person that I am, dominant, my electromagnetic spectrum is bright.
Ooh.
And it only gets better as I give out more love and more feeling of that type of service.
I love that. That's beautiful. Ashe. Let's get an ashe.
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 Ashe. All right. You want to pull another one, Mama?
I do. Okay. The world is my mirror. I see my self-reflection.
Yes.
I was thinking of my reflection is smiles and showing love. I'm a reflection of you, and you are a reflection of me.
Yes.
And so when we have these positive reflections, it helps other people to have that same type of reflections as well.
Yes. You got to see yourself in others.
In others.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Was it my turn?
Yes.
All right. I bring only the best of yesterday into today. I bring only the best of yesterday into today. If you're gonna bring up the past, let it be the best of the past. That's how I feel.
And mine is compassion is sweet.
Ashe.
And it just reminds me that we are all connected and that everyone, no matter what it appears to be, is doing the very best they can with their level of consciousness.
Yes. That's it. That's exactly what compassion is, realizing that and understanding that about y'all. I knew this was going to be a great time. Okay, we're going to do one more round, Mama.
Okay. I am exactly where I need to be. And that is absolutely correct. I am in the U.S. with my sisters and brothers and really enjoying this wonderful life. And there's more opportunities to come, I'm just going to let it be.
Yes, Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Your desires are certain. Your desires are certain. Period. That's how I feel. Why else would we have them? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your last one?
Last one. I bring only the best of yesterday into today.
You know what we call it on my show? We call it twinsies because we both picked the same one. Twinsies.
Twinsies.
How do you feel about that message?
I think that everything is connected. And in terms of bringing the best, well, I bring the best that I have in terms of understanding, wisdom, into today to make this a better day in a better way.
Yes. I love that. Ashe. All right. Well, these are gifts for you. You guys can take these with you. Okay. There's also a sticker in there. And one of my and these are a series of stickers that the other one is a sticker that says love is the answer. Now, I know you guys have a song called Love is the Answer. Oh, I can hear myself now. And when I saw that, I said, oh, this is going to be a good time because we already have alignment, you know, with whatever it is we got going on. And so those are stickers for you. You can have them and you can have the messages and take them along your travels and do whatever you desire with them.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy them and I hope
Yes,
that they
ma'am.
will bless you as they have blessed myself and countless others across the world. All right, you guys. So let's get into it. You guys are vegan chefs traveling the world on a world tour. Yes. Let's talk about that. First of all, give us a little bit. We told them a little bit about you, but let's talk about what you want the people to know.
Oh, you're going to point to me.
He's going to point to the mama. Mama's first.
Ladies first.
Wow.
Ladies first.
Well, I am honored and thankful to you, Sister MVP.
Yes.
I am so grateful that you allowed us to have this opportunity to come and share our stories and our life experiences. Well, my experience is that I am in this position because my ancestors and the Most High and the angels, they wanted me to have this experience so that I could share what I've gone through.
Okay.
And as a Native American, you know, we've gone through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was the oldest of 6 children.
Wow.
And my mother was disabled as a polio. And therefore, she depended on me to do many things. She even brought in a grand aunt to stay downstairs and to help me to be the best adult. So I learned how to cook at the age of 8 and 9 years old.
Nice.
And from that experience, it allowed me to leave home and go to college and eat food that was not the same as what I had at home.
Uh-oh.
And I was moving fast. I was studying medical lab tech.
Okay.
I was able to get a job working in 1972 at the age of 18.
Man, I wasn't even born yet.
Really? Yes, I'm 70 years old, young.
I just want to say, you guys, your black is not cracking at all. And I bet it has a lot to do with the lifestyle that you live.
Exactly. And helping other people. What I've learned, I shared. When I got sick with hepatitis B, from drawing blood from a patient, it changed my life. The doctor said you're going to have to eat the way your mother raised you, and when they draw your blood, they can tell, you know, what your life was before.
Oh, interesting.
And so I took that to heart. I had roommates for a while that were eating my food. It's interesting when you start presenting something different. They all want to be a part of it, but they don't want to assist.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. So that's part of some of the journey. At the beginning of mine.
So because you got sick, so that encouraged you to change your habits and change your lifestyle.
And I'm learning that's like it's that way for all of us.
Yes.
You don't know until you actually have experienced it.
Until it's time to know.
You could talk to someone until they're blue in the face.
Right.
They're not gonna. It doesn't mean anything to
That's
them
facts.
if they don't have that that journey.
Life experience is what teaches us.
That's right.
You can teach all you want to, but until you get out in the world and start walking, you'll walk and then have these experiences that really show you about yourself and teach you about who you are or who you are becoming. So that's beautiful.
Yes,
and for
ma'am.
you, Dr. Joe.
Well, for me, I'll start with my connection with Mama Nasira.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her years ago in the library. She was a librarian. And I would go there to the different libraries periodically to check on my music.
Okay.
Because apparently a lot of people like my music, and
That's
they
what's
didn't
up.
care to bring it back.
Oh.
So I had to go back and replace it. And that's when I met her.
Oh, so you had like cassettes or 8-tracks? What did you have? How did you have your music in the library?
Back there, it was CDs.
Okay, CDs
And cassettes.
cassettes.
Okay.
Yeah, so after I met her, she said that she wanted to get my music, and I saw her a few years later, and I asked her, well, how did you enjoy my music? And she said, oh, it was nice. I didn't know at the time she hadn't listened to it, so she rushed to listen to my
I
music.
love that, yes.
And speeding up the time, at the time I met her, she was married, and so was I.
Okay.
But 2 years later, when I met her in front of Whole Foods in Berkeley, California,
Oh, wow.
she wasn't married, nor was I.
Oh, wow.
And I said, thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Well, I made an arrangement to meet with her. I was on a radio station in San Francisco.
Okay.
And I asked if I could come over afterwards. And when I came over, I saw her cutting up all these fruits and vegetables and putting them in different containers. And I said, yeah. And since I'm a double cancer, knowing cancer rules the breast and stomach, I'm into food.
Oh.
And I jumped in and started helping because my mother taught me at an early age. She taught me how to wash the clothes, how to change diapers,
Yes.
how to do the dishes, how to cook. She said, because these modern women coming up, if that can opener were to break, you starve to death. So I had to learn how to do that.
I love
And
that.
so I jumped in and I started helping her. I found out that she was catering food to people. And so I would go around and help her. But I found that was a lot of work with a regular job and catering.
Right.
So I suggested, well, let's have cooking classes. You know, the old classic thing.
Yeah.
You teach a person how to fish and they can fish.
Period, yes.
I bet on the wrong horse.
Oh,
We
no.
had more people wanting the food than ever before. So we both decided that we would retire, take a few months out, and write our cookbook. And
That's-
our original cookbook was going to be Eat Your Way to a Healthy Life.
Wow.
But as we began to work on it, we started asking ourselves, what are some of the challenges that we people of color have? And it took us 27 months, no doorbell, no TV. And we finally came out with the book we have now, which is Spicy, Tasty Vegan Cuisine, an informative health guide for the melanated people of color.
Wow. That's a pretty thick book right there.
Yes, it has over 50 no soy, non-gluten recipes.
Okay.
And as I said, we talked about the things that were important to us.
Okay.
Like prostate, fibroid tumors, what kind
Oh.
of spices you have. And the list just goes on and on and
So
on.
you guys took some of the health issues that melanated people have
Mm-hmm.
and you found a cure for them or a healthy way to combat those illnesses or those situations.
Yes, because most of us melanated folks, we don't know how different we are from those that have less melanin.
Right.
One would be melanin dominant and the other is melanin recessive.
I like that you said that because everyone has melanin.
That's
And
right.
one of the things I always hear on the internet is heavily melanated people talking about white people don't have melanin. I'm like, they got it, but they just don't have it.
It's recessive.
It's recessive. They don't have it like
It's
we
not
have
dominant.
it. So
Yes.
I always feel like, well, they still got it, but we
Yes.
got it more. But you know, so I'm happy you said that.
Yeah, and it's really interesting as we started doing the research, we found that our bones are like 10 times stronger or denser than the Europeans if you're melanin
melanated dominant.
And also, in terms of the body itself, inside the melanin cells, we have more selenium, where they have more sulfur.
What's the selenium? Teach me.
Selenium it's an amino acid that's needed to keep us calm, cool under pressure.
Okay.
Now they have more sulfur, and that's why when they get wet, they have that smell when it comes from their hair. They also have more ammonia salt in their body that keeps them warm. And as a result, we have to suffer in offices that's cold to us, but not to them. And we get to see them jump into cold water in the winter, and we don't seem to understand it because we're different.
Okay.
We also found out that the medication that a lot of us take, it's based on the standard of a male white man. And I'm not mad because they have an obligation to take care of their people like we should take care of ours.
Right.
But since we have more melanin, we are able to taste the full flavor in the food. That's why we become the cooks and the chefs.
Interesting.
In our eyes, we're able to see the different shades of color more so than them. In our ears, we are able to hear the sounds within the sounds. And
It sounds so poetic.
Yes, it is.
thank you. And we also found that by arming ourselves with this information, not only can we understand more of who we are, but being more compassionate for others.
Okay.
Because we have what most refer to as a third eye.
Yeah, I call it the first eye.
The first eye. And it can become calcified if we are eating acidic food.
Okay.
And Mom and I...
What is some acidic foods?
Oh, we're talking about meat,
Fish,
milk,
Okay.
eggs, cheese,
Oh.
all those foods.
All the favorites.
that put a lot of inflammation in the body.
Yes.
Whereas we prefer more the alkalinity. That's your fruits and your vegetables, your gluten-free grains.
Okay.
More of your
nuts and seeds.
Yes, nuts and you have to be careful. As I had an experience earlier, I just mixed it all with the quinoa, the cashews, and all the fruits, and I didn't have any vegetables.
Oh.
Yeah, my body just in the last year is allowing me to change.
Okay.
And I've learned that every 10 years, if you notice yourself, you cannot eat what you were eating in your 30s when you become 40s because we go through the menopause, perimenopause, and you have to start thinking and getting more of the supplements like the evening primrose,
Right.
to put the oils in our bodies because the body starts to become drier.
Change.
And
Yes.
change. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing. It's so good to have access to information that we may not even think that we need access to. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
right.
you don't really, you just grow up how you grow up, eating what you eat.
Yes.
And sometimes, a lot of times, we feel like, well, it's just how it is. This is what it is. But when
That's
we're
right.
when we're able to receive some other information or some new stuff we didn't
That's
know,
right.
that's a beautiful thing. Even though everybody may not jump on board right now, but just we're always planting seeds. And
if you hear about it, you will go to it when that time requires.
right, that's a fact.
Yes.
Well, I also wanted to point out just some of the things that I consider survival tips.
Okay.
Number one, and I know this is going to step on some toes, but it's the truth. Soy.
Okay.
We do not use soy unless it's fermented soy, and that means it goes through a process where many of the contaminants are taken out.
Okay.
When I was younger, and I'd say from 1995 up into 2008, there was an explosion of soy products. Soy wieners, soy this, soy that,
Yes.
soy this, soy that. And the advertisement was very good because we thought it was a healthy alternative.
Right.
And then only to find out that it was not good for us and we had a lot of problems.
So is it not good for melanated people? Or is
It's-
it not any people?
Well, I would say this. If you are melanin recessive, you have more worms and parasites in your digestive tract. So you can eat some things that won't seem to bother you as much as melanated people.
Okay.
And it's a knowledge of soy. Now, I never did use soy because I was naturally a chef. I cooked.
Right.
For those that weren't cooks and know that they had to start cooking plant-based, they automatically had all those products in the store. And they would buy those and they would add it into their foods, and they would become, as my husband said, losing hair, having breasts. And I remember the Asians, they have soy in their cuisines, but they know how to ferment it. You know, like the liquid Bragg's aminos, the tempeh. But the soy and all those hamburgers and all that, you stay away from them.
Okay.
Yeah, so even with me, I always thought after some point, it's better to eat smaller portions of meat or chicken or whatever rather than to have the soy. Because that's what I did.
I feel you.
I used to prepare, when my first son, he's 46. When he was 46, I purchased a wok. And I had the recipes with it. So I would take the chicken and cut them in small portions and stir fry it with onions, garlic, bell pepper, and then I would put all the other veggies in, put all the different spices because I like spices.
Yes.
I would go to the stores. Yeah, I'm really a spice person for more than 50 plus years.
Wow.
And I also had some medicinal factors for the benefits of eating
herbs and spices.
Yes, you can. I remember just 2 weeks ago we were doing a cooking demonstration, and a lady had pain in her stomach. So I had, I brought a lot of things with me for being away for almost 2 months. I brought all my supplements. So I made. I had a container full of at least 20 different spices: cumin, turmeric, allspice.
Some of those
cloves.
spices are becoming more known now.
They're
for
medicine.
their benefits of them.
Yes, and this lady, after 30 minutes, her stomach pain had left.
Ooh, give
and
thanks.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing it myself. I take it every night, and I also share it with my husband.
Yay.
So you don't have to really go to the doctors for everything.
Right.
You can go to your cabinet. You can find cinnamon. You can find cloves. Put it in some water with a tea. And the main thing, you need to detox. Don't you feel better when you detox?
Yes.
Once you eliminate, it's a new beginning.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of people don't know, because we have doctors that tell you, well, it's okay to eliminate in 3 days. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, that's too long.
Oh,
and it's not healthy.
Like you haven't gone for 3 days?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's
a problem.
It is a big problem.
And that contributes to some other challenges.
That's right.
The other tip I wanted to bring out is vegetable oils. And it sounds so healthy. If you talk about your corn, your safflower, your canola, all of those clear oils that you see, they're called industrial oils because they're clear, they're odorless, and they use chemical deodorizers to keep the stench down.
Oh.
Now, a lot of people think because of the name vegetable.
It's healthy.
Oh, yeah. Once again, we're looking at advertising.
Yes.
And it's genius in that. But most of these vegetable oils, they come from seeds that have been genetically engineered. And they're sprayed with things like glutamate or Roundup and a toxic herbicide like atrazine. And that has other challenges.
What kind of oils do you suggest we use?
Well, we use extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil.
Now, I know there's a lot of olive oils. So how do you know which olive oil is extra virgin, light, dark? Doesn't matter?
It'll tell you. You have to pay attention to what it says and look at the bottle. If it's a dark, really good, secure bottle that keeps the sunlight and all that, so that it doesn't go rancid. Those are the best to have.
That has something to do with that.
Oh, absolutely. And we talk about the palm oil. The palm oil, when you separate it from the kernel, that's when you get a challenge with the heat and with the sun, and it can go rancid. We know of several people that have pacemakers because they were being fed food regularly cooked in palm oil.
Oh, wow.
And it's more greasy.
And, you know, it's interesting because I was just thinking the other day about a lot of vegan is popping up now. Plant-based
Yes.
is popping up now.
Trendy,
But I also
trendy.
know a lot of that stuff is fried. And so I'm like, is it really still beneficial if it's fried in vegetable oil, you know?
No,
If
not
it's
too much of
vegetable
it.
oil,
But if it's fried like what about avocado oil?
well, I'll tell you, unless I do the processing myself,
Ooh, I know that's right from scratch.
That's right.
it's suspect.
Okay.
Anytime anything is clear and it's odorless, it's suspect.
Okay, that's good to know. I hope you guys are listening. We got some comments on the Facebook. Twin Spirit is chiming in. Shout out Twin Spirit. She says, "Mama, you look so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Process is bad and keep the meat portion small and eat your medicine." I definitely love the eat your medicine. I was
Yes.
watching the show, the Survivor show called Alone, and I really love stuff like that. Eat off the land and whoop-de-woo. And I notice they're eating a lot of fish because it's really what they have. And every time I always think about, what do the vegetarians and the vegans think about this? Like, if you're out on the land, you need protein, and you can't get it from blueberries. You got to get your fish. You got to go fishing for it. But
No, not
No, you-
necessarily.
not necessarily.
No.
You brought up something very interesting,
yes.
and we have it in our book. We
Okay.
call it the protein myth.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and Mama can talk about the amino acids, and then I'll tell you the other things.
Okay.
Well,
Teach us.
I've learned that, you know, when you eating fish, you're dealing with mercury.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really that healthy.
Okay.
It's better to eat the greens from that ocean, like your spirulina
Yeah.
and your chlorella
sea moss or something.
and sea moss. And that's a lot of those are amino acids and it's protein.
Oh.
And also all the vegetables, as I was telling my son this morning, because he brought $150 worth of veggies for us,
Aw.
you know, to prepare for these few days that we're
Yes.
here. And I was telling him, I said, your vegetables, your kale, your collard greens, your cabbage, beets, everything, they have amino acids. That means there's protein there.
Oh.
You don't have to go to meat. Now, mind you, you're not going to have that inflammation that's going to, you know, make you feel like you're supposed to be healthy when you're
Right.
not. You know, that's inflammation when you have, you know, the extra fat. Because when I had hepatitis, my face was swollen because a friend of mine showed me a picture of myself when I was 18. And I showed my husband. He said, "I like you better now." And this was like 40 years. It's because I was ill. I was
Yeah.
all swollen. And, you know, I mean, thank goodness I was young. I was
Yeah.
19, 20, where I was able to
You could bounce
be okay.
back. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't look as bad if that had happened to me in my 40s or 50s.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as Mama pointed out, you get more protein from your vegetables, okay?
Okay.
And if you look at the biggest animals and some of the most fierce-looking animals on the planet, they only eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Giraffes, bears, rhinoceros,
The
hippopotamuses.
moose.
Yeah.
I just
Exactly.
learned that on the Alone show. They were like, the moose only eats
That's right.
the grass or whatever.
And also, if you eat meat, you do get protein, but it's secondhand protein. And when you're sitting down eating what you eat in a small amount of time, you're also eating the collective, shall we say, all of the things that animal has put in
Right.
for its entire lifetime in a few mouthfuls. Wow. And not only that,
That's
when
crazy.
you eat meat destroys lysine, which is an amino acid, and that helps to regulate your pineal gland.
Oh. I hope you guys are taking notes because we're definitely got some knowledge and information being dropped right here on the MVP Speaks radio show. Okay, you guys, you have an event coming up on Tuesday.
Yes.
And that's the whole reason that you ended up here, right here in the hot seat. So let's talk about the event you guys have coming up.
Okay, Sister Carol over at the Multicultural bookstore.
Yes.
That's going to be on the 30th from 11 until 1 o'clock.
Okay, what are we doing
AM.
there? Yes.
Yes.
AM. Wake up early, you guys. The early bird gets the worm
Okay.
or
and-
the vegetables.
So we're going to also prepare, do a demonstration. We're going
Oh.
to shop the day before and buy all the different vegetables, and we're going to have all the spices and herbs, and we're going to do a stir fry, and we'll probably do some quinoa and a salad.
I love quinoa.
Yes, it's excellent, and it goes very well with fruits or vegetables,
Okay.
depending on what type of spices you add to it.
Okay.
For the breakfast part, the early part of the day, for the fruits, I like cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice,
Yes.
that way. And then later on in the evenings, I like the cumin and the
I like that.
turmeric.
Yeah.
I mean, that can go with all your veggies.
Yes.
And then also the nori. The nori seaweed is very
Okay.
nutritious.
Oh,
And you can
nice.
even roll up those veggies and all that mixed up and have even more of a plant-based a meal by having that wrap. Because we
Okay.
had it yesterday in Atlanta before we left.
Okay.
But it still wasn't as good as mine.
No,
So you
not
guys
at all.
can come to the Multicultural Bookstore on
Yes.
Tuesday from 11 to 1.
Yes.
You're going to have a cooking demonstration. And will you be selling your books there?
Yes.
Yes, we'll have our books, and also we brought things from the Gambia.
Oh, yes.
And for those of you that may not know, the Gambia is inside Senegal, and because it was colonized the way it was, it's on both sides of the Gambian River. And that translates to it having the richest soil in the world. So some of the products that we're bringing will help to detox.
Nice.
They will help to do wonderful things. Mama, you can
Well,
tell
I
them
do
some.
have some of the leaves that I brought.
Okay.
I bought some avocado leaves that are grown in our compound.
Okay.
And it's rich in calcium and zinc and potassium. It lowers your blood.
You use that as a spice?
We
or
use
herb,
it
or-
as a tea.
As a
You
tea,
can tea.
okay.
And you can mix them with. We have also. What are some of the other things we have? It's not showing here. Hibiscus.
Okay, yeah,
We
that's
have that
popular.
growing here. That's good with vitamin C. It reduces the inflammation, your blood pressure, cholesterol, weight loss.
And
fights
these
the
are grown
bacteria.
in the richest soil
yes,
world, yes.
in the world.
We have the
Ooh.
moringa leaves.
Got
We
the
have
chills.
the moringa seeds. It's also an antioxidant.
Okay.
Protein and iron is there. Vitamin C. You can make. You can combine these together. Make a big, pot of it,
Okay.
and add also pineapple skins
Yes.
and boil it with it. And your
Okay.
grapefruits, and you can add onions, and it becomes my concoction.
I love that.
And when you do that, it will get all of the inflammation out of your body, and it will help you. It will steer you into not wanting to put any more of that
right.
other stuff in
It's
your
like,
body.
why would you choose that once you feel the
What?
freeness of what is being released from you?
That's
Yeah.
right. And we have guava leaves.
Mhm.
We have, what is this? Soursop leaves.
Okay,
And
I've
that
heard of many of
reduces
these,
the
yes.
formation of cancer. If you drink that, cancer cannot live in your body.
Oh, man,
And
I
neem.
love that.
Neem is really good.
So you'll have all these on Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes.
we
Now,
will.
these things that you sell, like in a
Yes.
product, like in a pack?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We have
nice.
them here.
Okay, yeah, show them on the camera.
Dehydrated mangoes.
That's nice.
And this
Mama's-
is my poof. This is where I have all the different spices and herbs all
Okay,
combined
like a
for
little
you.
multi-pack,
Yes.
multivitamin.
Yes, it's all there. We
me.
have the neem leaves. We have avocado leaves.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, we have so many other things. Moringa seeds.
Okay.
And we had a little challenge yesterday getting these across because you can actually grow your own tree.
No.
I mean, they don't want you to know.
I'm gonna have to get that because I just said I wanted to get a tree.
There you go.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this health tip,
Okay.
and that is the microwave oven. Now,
Yeah, I
before
try
it was,
not to use that thing.
Before it was called the microwave oven, it was called a radiation oven.
Yeah, they changed the name to make it sound better.
Just like they did rapeseed, they changed it to canola oil. Okay. Now, whenever you put your food inside a microwave, it kills off 98% of all the nutrients. So what you're left with a lot of dead food. Okay.
Right.
And what does your body do? In order to neutralize the acidity, it pulls the minerals from your body. That's why people, as they get older, when they continue to do this, they get what's called weak bones or osteoporosis.
Oh, wow. This is some great information.
And also, I want to not forget and leave out the fact that we moved to the Gambia in 2016.
Okay.
And we decided that we wanted a guest house. And we were able to get a 6-bedroom, 4 baths, and to put it out on Facebook to let people know that we're in the Gambia. We're preparing food and we want you to come. I had some ladies to come to clean that big house, and then it was sit down. They didn't have any food. So what I did, I brought them in the kitchen, and I started having them chop the food and showing them how to stir fry the food, how to make the smoothies. And 7-8 years later, there are some excellent chefs. They prepare my food every day, pretty much, and we make enough food where if they're off for a few days, I can go to the refrigerator and I could heat it up, and there it is.
I love that.
And we also pay them a stipends because we're not an employer.
Right.
Because some people will try to sue us if we're not careful. So my husband and I put the curriculum together, and we took it to this organization where they cannot sue us. I mean, we have a school.
I love that.
We give them 6 certificates for the 6 weeks, 6 months, or advance certificate for 2 years or more. Or they can even stay with us, and hopefully something can actually come of this. You know, what we're doing. It's a foundation right now.
It sounds big.
Well,
when you talk about it.
One of the reasons we are here in the United States is because we have a 501(c)(3) Healthy Ways Foundation. But because we were in the Gambia, we were not allowed to get a bank account until we physically showed up. And we've had a lot of people that wanted to assist us because they've seen over the years we're genuine, we have results. But now we'll be in California next week. We'll hook up the Healthy Ways Foundation, and other people can help us to help others.
Okay. We have only a short time left on the show. I want to make sure I play this song because the song is called Love is the Answer. Now, if you got everyone who knows me, know that's like one of my mottos. I'm always talking about it. So when I saw that on the list, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like my family. I just felt like connected. And so I want to make sure we just get this song out. This is your song?
Yes.
And how long you been doing music for? Since forever?
Seems like forever.
Since
but
forever.
It was music I used in my classrooms, and it really helped because it was able to have the children use positive affirmations and take responsibility instead of playing victim.
Yes.
And for those out there, I have some of my children that are now grandparents, and they teach some of my songs to others.
I love
it's like a rippling effect.
That's so beautiful, and it's beautiful. So, and this is on YouTube too, correct?
Yes, Spotify,
YouTube,
cdbaby.com.
Oh man, that's where I dropped my first CD a long time ago, CD Baby. Okay, so let's tune in to this song. It's called Love is the Answer. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And see if I can let it play. I have technical difficulties. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, here we go.
Question the things you've been told.
Okay, you guys. We can't play the whole song because we're running out of time. And back in the days, that songs was songs. Like, they had the music and it's not real quick. Now they say we don't have an attention span, so all our songs are like 2 minutes or less. They say humans can't pay attention to music anymore. Shout out to the Falcon chiming in. He says, sorry I'm late. I'm going to watch the recap. Yeah, so you guys can watch. If you have family or friends that couldn't tune in, they can always go back to the Hot 702.5 FM Facebook page or YouTube page and watch the show. It's on forever and ever. We have about 2 more minutes. So we talked about your event coming up on Tuesday, you guys, the Multicultural Bookstore. It is, I forgot the address, 2026 West Revere. It's right down there in North Las Vegas, right down the street from the library. I do believe the event is Coffee and Conversations, and they're bringing you guys in to do your display of your vegan cuisine. And it's really not hard, I don't think, to change your lifestyle and to change your diet. I think a lot of times people are just afraid. Invite them for poetry tomorrow night. Yes. The Falcon says, come out to poetry tomorrow night. It's at the Stuff Your Turkey. You guys will definitely love it. I'll give you the information so you can have it if you can make it out. Anything... You dropped a lot of nuggets on us. You gave us a lot of information, and I know there's a plethora of more that we can't even get to. You guys got to make sure that you get the book and get the insight and the wisdom, and then decide if you want to make a change in your life. With 1 minute left to go, one final nugget, one final jewel you want the world to know. Tell us what it is.
Well, when you eat better, you're going to think better.
Oh.
And when you think better, you're going to make decisions that are going to positively impact your family, your community, and ultimately the world.
I love that. You're going to think better. And I feel like sometimes we don't think about that aspect of our diet, like it's going to impact our thought process and how we think things. So once again, I want to thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy we were able to work it out. I'm definitely going to come Tuesday and see what you guys are all about live in action with the food, because I like eating. And as always, you guys, Twin Spirit says, Mama and Papa, I love you guys so much. As always, thanks for tuning in to the MVP Speaks radio show. You can catch me back here next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, as always, peace and love.